Welcome to Lamrim Practice Night. My name is Lama, and I will be leading you on this meditation practice that was advised by our resident teacher, Geshe Geluk. So first, let's set our motivation. By doing these practices to follow our Guru's advice, may the pure and complete teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa remain forever. In all our lives, may we meet, understand without resistance, remember without resistance, and realize without resistance the pure, complete teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa, taught by perfectly qualified Mahayana virtuous friends and spiritual guides. And also, of course, to wipe out all the disease, the causes, conditions, effects, symptoms, and side effects, and so forth of the coronavirus, the COVID-19 virus that is affecting the world at this time. And now let's take a moment for you to set your own personal motivation for doing this practice tonight. So tonight we'll be using the FPMT prayer book with the silver cover. And then for the dedications, we'll be using the FPMT prayer book that has the gold cover. We do not need the red retreat book tonight. Okay, so before we begin, on page 17 of the silver FPMT book, let's set our, I'd like to explain the visualization. So what I'm doing is setting up the refuge field. So in the space directly in front of you, at the level of your eyebrows, and a distance of a full-length prostration, on a bright and high throne made of precious substances, supported by 8 great lions, upon a variegated lotus, moon, and sun mandala seat, sits the essence of our own root guru in the aspect of the conqueror Buddha Shakyamuni. The color of his body is like refined gold. He possesses an Ushnisha at his crown, that's the crown protuberance, and he has 1 face and 2 arms. His right hand is in the mudra of subduing the earth, and his left in the mudra of equipoise, holding an alms bowl full of nectar. He is seated with his legs in the Vajra posture, within a mass of light radiating from his body, which is clad in robes with a saffron hue. His body is adorned with the 32 major and 80 minor marks. It is translucent. The light of Lord Buddha's body extends beyond measure. To ordinary beings, he appears to be seated with his legs in the Vajra posture with an aura of light radiating 1 arm span. So in front are all the lamas for whom you've received teachings directly. To his right are the lineage of extensive conduct or method views, such as Lord Maitreya, Master Shantideva, and Arya Asanga, yes. And on the left is a lineage of profound views, such as Lord Manjushri and Nagarjuna. And behind is Vajradhara, surrounded by the lineage of best practice, such as Lama Atisha. And then below are the deities of the 4 classes of Tantra, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dakinis, Dharma protectors and guardians, in terraces of lotus petals. In front of each of the objects of the merit field on a fine table is their scriptural dharma proclaimed by each in the nature of light. And although from the perspective of our practice and our actions, we lack the basis for the merit field to be pleased with us, it is said that when we do this practice, the merit field becomes pleased. So there are two causes for going for refuge, genuinely and effectively. So the first cause is fear. When thinking about the general sufferings of samsara and the suffering of the lower realms, which we must necessarily experience, and the faith of conviction that the three jewels protect us from the lower realms and are fully capable of leading us to liberation by showing us the path. So the fear of taking rebirth in the lower realms is so strong that you take refuge from the bottom of your heart. So these two things make refuge very powerful. Now we're not alone here. Think of all the sentient beings, including yourself, who have been suffering from beginningless time. We must liberate ourselves from this suffering. The depth of suffering is hard to see. The edge of suffering is as vast as an ocean and hard to find. So you're surrounded by all sentient beings in the form of human beings. To your right is the father of your life, representing all the male reincarnating sentient beings. And to your left is your mother of this present life, representing all those who are female. In front are all your enemies, unfortunate beings, and spirits. And behind is your circle of loved ones. So everyone is in the aspect of human beings. So visualize that all the sentient beings recite loudly with you as though you are leading them from bondage in samsara. So this actual refuge prayer is not in your book. So if you just repeat after me. So the first, we're going to recite each of the refuges, the Guru, the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, 3 times. Okay, the first 2 times, visualize that all your negativities and obscurations in relation to that refuge field are being purified. And on the third recitation, believe that you receive the blessings of, for example, the Lama's body, speech, and mind. Or you receive the blessings of the Buddha, or the blessings of the Dharma or the Sangha. Okay? All right. So, I and all reincarnating beings, equal to the vastness of space, from now until we reach the essence of enlightenment, go for refuge to the glorious and immaculate gurus. Go for refuge to the glorious and immaculate gurus. Go for refuge to the glorious and immaculate gurus. Go for refuge to the perfect Bhagawan Buddhas. Go for refuge to the perfect Bhagawan Buddhas. Go for refuge to the perfect Bhagawan Buddhas. Go for refuge to the Immaculate Dharma. Go for refuge to the Immaculate Dharma. Go for refuge to the Immaculate Dharma. Go for refuge to the Arya Sangha. Go for refuge to the Arya Sangha. Go for refuge to the Arya Sangha. Now visualize a stream of 5-colored nectar descends from the objects of the refuge, entering the bodies and minds of yourself and others, purifying the mass of fault produced in relationship to them, and all their blessings enter our mind streams. Okay. And now we go to page 17 in the Silver Prayer Book. And we read the Refuge in Bodhicitta prayer. And then after we read that 3 times, if you please stop, because I need to read another visualization. Okay. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. A replica of the Lama, inseparable from Shakyamuni Buddha, dissolves into your crown, and instantly you are enlightened. From your body, numerous replicas of the Lama, in the form of light, facing toward the refuge field, go out and enter the crown of all sentient beings due to the power of your bodhicitta intention. The light purifies all the beings, and instantly they are enlightened. Okay, now let's read the meditation on the 4 immeasurable thoughts. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were to abide in equanimity, free of hatred and attachment, not holding some close and others distant. May they abide in equanimity. I myself will cause them to abide in equanimity. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings had happiness in the cause of happiness. May they have happiness in its cause. I myself will cause them to have happiness in its cause. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were free of suffering in its cause. May they be free of suffering in its cause. I myself will cause them to be free from suffering in its cause. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were never separated from the happiness of higher rebirth and liberation. May they never be separated from these. I myself will cause them never to be separated from these. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. For the sake of all mother sentient beings, I shall quickly and more quickly actualize the Guru Deity's primordial state of Buddhahood in this very lifetime. I shall liberate all mother sentient beings from suffering and lead them to the great bliss of Buddhahood. For this purpose, I'm going to practice the profound path of Guru Deity Yoga. For the sake of all mother sentient beings, I shall quickly and more quickly actualize the Guru Deity's primordial state of Buddhahood in this very lifetime. I shall liberate all mother sentient beings from suffering and lead them to the great bliss of Buddhahood. For this purpose, I'm going to practice the profound path of Guru Deity Yoga. For the sake of all mother sentient beings, I shall quickly and more quickly actualize the Guru Deity's primordial state of Buddhahood in this very lifetime. I shall liberate all mother sentient beings from suffering and lead them to the great bliss of Buddhahood. For this purpose, I'm going to practice the profound path of Guru Deity Yoga. Now, if you please pause for another visualization. So now what we're doing is dissolving the refuge field. The 5 sets of lamas and lion throne dissolve like clouds into space between your eyebrows. At the upper opening of the central channel, you receive all their blessings. Now let's continue with purifying the place. Everywhere may the ground be pure, free of the roughness of pebbles and so forth. May it be in the nature of lapis lazuli and as smooth as the palm of one's hand. May human and divine offerings, actually arranged and mentally created, clouds of finest samantabhadras fill the entire space. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasattva Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samaksam Buddhaya Teyata Om Vaje Vaje Mahavaje Mahateja Vaje Mahavidya Vaje Mahabodhicitta Vaje Mahabodhi Mendopasam Kramana Vaje Sarakawa Avarana Vishodhana Vaje Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasattva Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samaksam Buddhaya Teyata Om Vaje Vaje Mahavaje Mahateja Vaje Mahavidya Vaje Mahabodhicitta Vaje Mahabodhi Mendopasam Kramana Vaje Sarakawa Avarana Vishodhana Vaje Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasattva Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samaksam Buddhaya Teyata Om Vaje Vaje Mahavaje Mahateja Vaje Mahavidya Vaje Mahabodhicitta Vaje Mahabodhi Mendopasam Kramana Vaje Sarakawa Avarana Vishodhana Vaje Soha. By the power of truth of the three rare sublime ones, the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the great wealth of the completed two collections, and the sphere phenomena being pure and inconceivable, may these piles of clouds of offerings arising through transformation, by the Bodhisattvas, Arya Samantabhadra, Manjushri, and so forth, unimaginable and inexhaustible, equaling the sky, arise, and in the eyes of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions be received. You who emanate from the heart of the Savior of the 100 Devas joyful realm, on the peak of a cloud water holder resembling clumps of extremely fresh white curd, the King of Dharma, Malaysian Tsongkhapa, with your sons, I request you to come to this place. In the sky before me on a lion throne, lotus and moon disk, the perfect pure Lama smiles with delight, supreme field of the merit of mind's devotion. I beg you to abide for 100 eons to increase the teachings. Your holy mind understands the full extent of objects to be known. Your eloquent speech is the ear ornament of the fortunate ones. Your holy body is glowing and glorious with fame. To you who is meaningful to see, hear, and remember, I prostrate. Beautiful drinking water, various arranged flowers, fragrant incense, light, scented water, and so forth, actually performed and mentally transformed oceans of clouds of offerings, I offer to you the supreme field of merit. Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, and especially actions opposite to the 3 vows that I have created from beginningless time, from the bottom of my heart I regret and fervently confess them all individually. Okay, so now to extend the confession practice, Geshe-la has asked us to do the prostrations to the 35 Buddhas, and that is on page 79 of the same book. Okay. So we'll start with to the founder at the middle of the page, and we'll say, let's say each of the names 3 times. To the founder, Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni Buddha, I prostrate. To the founder, Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni Buddha, I prostrate. To the founder, Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni Buddha, I prostrate. To Tathagata, thoroughly destroying with Vajra essence, I prostrate. To Tathagata, thoroughly destroying with Vajra essence, I prostrate. To Tathagata, thoroughly destroying with Vajra essence, I prostrate. To Tathagata, radiant jewel, I prostrate. To Tathagata, radiant jewel, I prostrate. To Tathagata, radiant jewel, I prostrate. To Tathagata, King, Lord of the Nagas, I prostrate. To Tathagata, King, Lord of the Nagas, I prostrate. To Tathagata, King, Lord of the Nagas, I prostrate. To Tathagata, army of heroes, I prostrate. To Tathagata, army of heroes, I prostrate. To Tathagata, army of heroes, I prostrate. To Tathagata, delighted hero, I prostrate. To Tathagata, delighted hero, I prostrate. To Tathagata, delighted hero, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel fire, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel fire, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel fire, I prostrate. To Tathagata jewel moonlight, I prostrate. To Tathagata jewel moonlight, I prostrate. To Tathagata jewel moonlight, I prostrate. To Tathagata meaningful to see, I prostrate. To Tathagata meaningful to see, I prostrate. To Tathagata meaningful to see, I prostrate. To Tathagata jewel moon, I prostrate. To Tathagata jewel moon, I prostrate. To Tathagata jewel moon, I prostrate. To Tathagata stainless one, I prostrate. To Tathagata stainless one, I prostrate. To Tathagata stainless one, I prostrate. To Tathagata bestowed with courage, I prostrate. To Tathagata bestowed with courage, I prostrate. To Tathagata bestowed with courage, I prostrate. To Tathagata pure one, I prostrate. To Tathagata pure one, I prostrate. To Tathagata pure one, I prostrate. To Tathagata bestowed with purity, I prostrate. To Tathagata bestowed with purity, I prostrate. To Tathagata bestowed with purity, I prostrate. To Tathagata water god, I prostrate. To Tathagata water god, I prostrate. To Tathagata water god, I prostrate. To Tathagata deity, the water god, I prostrate. To Tathagata deity of the water, I prostrate. To Tathagata deity of the water god, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious goodness, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious goodness, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious goodness, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious sandalwood, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious sandalwood, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious sandalwood, I prostrate. To Tathagata infinite splendor, I prostrate. To Tathagata infinite splendor, I prostrate. To Tathagata infinite splendor, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious light, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious light, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious light, I prostrate. To Tathagata sorrowless glory, I prostrate. To Tathagata sorrowless glory, I prostrate. To Tathagata sorrowless glory, I prostrate. To Tathagata son of non-craving, I prostrate. To Tathagata son of non-craving, I prostrate. To Tathagata son of non-craving, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious flower, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious flower, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious flower, I prostrate. To Tathagata pure light rays, clearly knowing by play, I prostrate. To Tathagata pure light rays, clearly knowing by play, I prostrate. To Tathagata pure light rays, clearly knowing by play, I prostrate. To Tathagata lotus light rays, clearly knowing by play, I prostrate. To Tathagata lotus light rays, clearly knowing by play, I prostrate. To Tathagata lotus light rays, clearly knowing by play, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious wealth, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious wealth, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious wealth, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious mindfulness, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious mindfulness, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious mindfulness, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious name widely renowned, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious name widely known, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious name widely known, I prostrate. To Tathagata king holding the victory banner, foremost power, I prostrate. To Tathagata king holding the victory banner, foremost power, I prostrate. To Tathagata king holding the victory banner, foremost power, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious one, totally subduing, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious one, totally subduing, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious one, totally subduing, I prostrate. To Tathagata utterly victorious in battle, I prostrate. To Tathagata utterly victorious in battle, I prostrate. To Tathagata utterly victorious in battle, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious transcendence through subduing, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious transcendence through subduing, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious transcendence through subduing, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious manifestations illuminating all, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious manifestations illuminating all, I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious manifestations illuminating all, I prostrate. To Tathagata all subduing jewel lotus, I prostrate. To Tathagata all subduing jewel lotus, I prostrate. To Tathagata all subduing jewel lotus, I prostrate. To Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, King of the Lord of Mountains, firmly seated on jewel and lotus, I prostrate. To Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, King of the Lord of Mountains, firmly seated on jewel and lotus, I prostrate. To Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, King of the Lord of Mountains, firmly seated on jewel and lotus, I prostrate. Okay, so now we go back to page 24. This time we're rejoicing. At this time of the 5 degenerations, you strove for many listenings and realizations, and made meaningful the perfect human rebirth by renouncing the 8 worldly concerns. And the Savior's extensive deeds I rejoice sincerely from the depths of my heart. Please, holy, perfect, pure Gurus, from billow clouds of compassion and wisdom in the sky of Dharmakaya, make rainfalls of profound and extensive teachings of whatever is suitable for the ears of sentient beings or objects to be subdued. I dedicate whatever virtues I have ever collected for the benefit of the teachings and of all sentient beings, and in particular for the essential teachings of Venerable Tsongkhapa to shine forever. Okay, now the Mandala offering. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun and the moon, I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. Due to the merits of having offered this mandala to Guru Lama Tsongkhapa, father and 2 sons, may I, my family members, and all sentient beings, without a delay of even 1 second, be able to meet the pure wisdom teaching of the victorious one, Lama Tsongkhapa, who is endowed with pure morality and the brave attitude, who does extensive deeds for all sentient beings, and who accomplishes the yoga of 2 stages, the essence of which is the transcendental wisdom of non-dual bliss and voidness. Idam Guru Ratnamandalakam Niryatayami. And now the visualization. 3 hollow white beams are emitted from the hearts of Lama Tsongkhapa and sons. The beams mix into one as they enter into your own crown. Milk-colored white nectar flows into you through the white beam tube and washes away all stains, sicknesses, spirit harms, defilements, and negative karma. Your own body becomes calm and clear, like crystal. Now the 9-line prayer. Vajradhara, Lord of Sages, source of all realizations, Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of objectless compassion, Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom, Vajrapani, destroyer of the entire host of Maras, Losangdrapa, crown jewel of sages of the land of snow, to you, Guru deity, embodying the 3 refuges, I make request respectfully with my 3 doors. Please grant your blessings to liberate myself and others. Please bestow the supreme and common realizations. Vajradhara, Lord of Sages, source of all realizations. Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of objectless compassion. Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom. Vajrapani, destroyer of the entire host of Maras. Losangdrapa, crown jewel of the sages of the land of snow. To you, Guru deity, embodying the 3 refuges, I make request respectfully with my 3 doors. Please grant your blessings to liberate myself and others. Please bestow the supreme and common realizations. Vajradhara, Lord of Sages, source of all realizations, Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of objectless compassion, Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom, Vajrapani, destroyer of the entire host of Maras, Losangdrapa, crown jewel of sages of the land of snow. To you, Guru deity, embodying the 3 refuges, I make requests respectfully with my 3 doors. Please grant your blessings to liberate myself and others. Please bestow the supreme and common realizations. Now turn to page 31 in the same book, and we'll read the foundation of all good qualities. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly, day and night, takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just as a shadow follows the body, the results of black and white karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negativities, and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Seeking samsaric pleasures is the door to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teachings is keeping the pratimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all mother migratory beings. Please bless me to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if I merely develop bodhicitta, but I don't practice the 3 types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I have pacified distraction to wrong objects and correctly analyzed the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of calm abiding and special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the 2 attainments is keeping pure vows and samaya. As I have become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the 2 stages, the essence of the Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice it have long lives. Please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives never separated from perfect Gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. And now, the next page, the Guru entering the heart. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus sun and moon seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus sun and moon seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the general and sublime realizations. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus sun and moon seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness, and please remain stable without separation from my body, speech, and mind until I attain enlightenment. Guru Lama Tsongkhapa enters into your heart and becomes completely one with your body, speech, and mind. Okay. And now let's turn to the Gold Prayer Book, and let's read the dedication from Master Shantideva's Bodhicaryavatara. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain a notion of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill, and may no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may they never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Then turn to page 244 and 245 for the short, long life prayers. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. You uphold the doers moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And 7 green tar monsters, Vagishala and Geshe samples, long, healthy, happy life, to remove all their obstacles, and so that all their Dharma wishes will be fulfilled. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. 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 Thank you very much. Have a wonderful week.